Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com, with some thoughts on Amir Khan's ongoing protest of his loss to Lamont Peterson. Now, first, let me just say I saw the fight and I thought, at the time I saw it, that Amir Khan won the fight. I thought that he should have been awarded the decision. But, and there is a big but, it was a competitive fight. Amir Khan constantly complaining, constantly coming up with new theories, the latest being some mystery man who supposedly was, talking to ring officials after the fight. Sounds too much like sour grapes in a sport where there have been guys ripped off in uncompetitive fights, right? I mean, literally in the last 3 months, I would say the biggest farce was Derek Chisora getting robbed against Robert Helenius, right? When you're in a competitive fight like Amir Khan was, and you don't get the benefit of the nod, you've got to take that and you've got to move on. Otherwise, even fans who are with you, who feel you won the fight, like I do, are going to lose patience with you and are going to think that you're just a powder and that you're just a guy who signs contracts without rematch clauses, lose the fight, and then, of course, start moaning about it when you don't get an immediate rematch. My recommendation to Khan is to back away from this one. There are many championship level guys who would love to fight Amir Khan, right? And so Khan has many other opportunities. All he's doing now by continuing to complain is to hurt his reputation, is to have guys like me think that he's less than a warrior because he's moaning about a fight in which, quite frankly, he did lose several rounds. Now, first, let me make a few points. The first is, Amir Khan is not Carl Froch, Sergio Martinez, or Glenn Johnson. He doesn't have a reputation for taking on all comers, right? This is a guy who is openly dodging Breidis Prescott, right, who knocked him out. Let's remember, the record between those two is 0 for Khan, 1 knockout for Breidis Prescott, right? So Amir Khan, quite frankly, should be the last person to talk about an opponent not giving him a rematch. That's the first thing. The second thing is the fight was so competitive that even some fighters who saw the fight believe that Amir Khan lost the fight. And they include known fighters like Carl Froch, who believes that Peterson won the fight and correctly got the decision, and Danny Garcia, the up-and-coming fighter who recently gave an interview in which he said that he thought Peterson won the fight. Understand, neither Garcia nor Carl Froch are related to Lamont Peterson. These are third parties who believe in good faith that Peterson won the fight, right? Then, of course, you have other boxing insiders, trainer Roger Mayweather, one of the best trainers out there, Floyd Mayweather's trainer, believes that Lamont Peterson won the fight. You don't, you know, biatch and moan after not getting the nod in a close fight. And this fight was definitely close. And so now it's gotten preposterous, right? First, Amir Khan was demanding to fight Peterson in the UK. All I'm saying is Amir needs to realize he's not the current champion. He's the ex-champion, right? He doesn't get to dictate terms, right? Then there's, the idea that somebody told his corner before the scores were announced that he had won the fight. And of course, there's the complaint that it took a long time for the judges' scorecards to be totaled. You know what? That doesn't mean that the judges themselves didn't score the fight for Lamont Peterson. The fact that somebody told Amir Khan's corner that he had won the fight Could you imagine if that's the standard in every fight? Wouldn't every loser be moaning about misinformation they received, or at least wouldn't they claim to receive misinformation? I mean, it's just gotten ridiculous. And so let me just say this, Amir Khan, you are a world class fighter, no question about it. You are one of the big names at 140 pounds. Um, there's so many guys out there at 140 and 147 to fight, right? Devin Alexander is out there. Timothy Bradley is out there. I know I'm going to hear a lot of emails from people where they say, hey, Timothy Bradley doesn't want any part of Amir Khan. Well, we know Breedis Prescott does, right? Doesn't Khan have unfinished business with Breedis Prescott? In fact, more unfinished business with Prescott than with Peterson. Not only that, doesn't Khan, and let's be honest about this, have unfinished business with Paul McCluskey, right? Since Bradley's people are saying, hey, we'll fight Khan, right? And since Bradley has resolved his promotional problems, he's no longer with Gary Shaw. He seems to be firmly entrenched with Top Rank. He's even had a fight while under his new contract with Top Rank. He fought Casamayor. Isn't now the time to make the Bradley Amir Khan fight? Why is Khan always trying to fight people who obviously are unavailable? Khan was calling out Floyd Mayweather. All I could say is, you know, Khan trains with Manny Pacquiao. I'm sure even Khan realizes that a Pacquiao-Mayweather fight is a bigger fight than an Amir Khan Mayweather fight, right? I mean, let's just get real for a second. If Mayweather wanted to give the fans the biggest fight possible, wouldn't it be against Manny Pacquiao? Let's go further. If Mayweather wanted to give the fans the most deserving opponent possible, would it be Amir Khan, who got knocked out by Breedis Prescott, fought an uninspired fight against Paul McCluskey, hasn't given either a rematch? Or would that fight be against Sergio Martinez, who, quite frankly, is ruling the roost at 160, has been begging for a fight, and is willing to drop to 154 to fight Floyd Mayweather? He's even willing to drop to 150 to fight Manny Pacquiao, right? And finally, if Floyd Mayweather were interested in just big box office, I'm sure we all realize that Amir Khan wasn't even a big draw when he fought Paul McCluskey. Isn't Amir Khan, or didn't Amir Khan in fact have problems with some pay-per-view outlets in the UK? Right, now compare and contrast that with Saul Alvarez, who quite frankly is a huge draw on HBO, delivers big time numbers, and is unbeaten and has some meaningful victories over former champions like Kermit Cintron and over a current champion, the current lightweight champion, Miguel Vasquez. Right, so Amir Khan needs to realize who he is, and who he is, quite frankly, is a guy who just lost to Lamont Peterson. Right? When I look at the sports page, I shouldn't be cringing every time I hear about an Amir Khan objection. Right? Derek Chisora hasn't pouted as much about a clear robbery as Amir Khan is pouting about a fight that even his countryman Carl Froch believes that he lost. So let's hope Khan gets it together. I understand Khan is a young guy. Maybe he doesn't quite understand that in the world of boxing, you don't want to come across like an ungrateful malcontent, right? Somebody needs to take this young man aside and preach to him the facts of life. I hope Khan drops his protest. Let me also point out too that if a Khan victory is declared by the sanctioning bodies, that'll be the worst possible outcome for Khan, because the one thing fans don't like is a champion who, quite frankly, looks like he's gotten the belt politically, right? Khan is better off doing what Marvin Hagler did after a questionable loss on the scorecards to Sugar Ray Leonard. He should just move on with his life. When he enters the ring again, there are going to be a lot of people, myself included, who believe that he got robbed in the Peterson fight, and we will, be glad to see him in the ring. But even that goodwill will be evaporated if he continues to act like he dominated the Peterson fight. He didn't. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments for me here on YouTube. Visit us at gamblersadvisory.com. Thanks for watching.